Say ya de pensemu jubejene bro make house do sabriana lucky herbal clinic for one other room and a face super septic for other room and I this pensemu fe e de bro no kono pepe na na abefo so ebeto aso ameyako. The only constituency in Ghana Dr. Amekaudi ni ho a den say be a part of the constituency, especially leading them in parliament. Ene de ni ko kire commander Edina Eguafo Ebrema ebehu sampa a doctor for kwa na abesan ho eko ti Dr. Nana Ato Ata ayakado doc abijaba
Africa moti
ibi aboko
Yamina Adom
I see Cape Coast MPP mboko
oh kakra you go do
kwamna dan kanen nkofo
oh kwamna no ye yan chairman Kutin chairman Kutin doing so well chairman no
by ntinka
oh yeah bia na etinko no we chiri
o shachiri
yeah
no miemia homa no
dwuma or yeah we chiri o ma ye na one chairman Kutin our regional chairman is doing so well the regional secretary Kwamna Duncan Manchester by me constituency KE, me chairman, Kutin Nanapi Akran, me secretary, me organizer Patrick,
okay,
youth organizer Gazy, they are all doing
I don't know whether
well.
Unya opportunity nene for party members, especially communicators this year over the holidays, because most of your colleagues in your Musha interacting, giving them a direction for the year.
Yes,
but I don't know whether ultimately
in the central region. On the 1st of January,
1st January.
1st January. MA Regional Secretary Kwamna Duncan, Regional Communications Officer Mr. Techi Mensa, Ishia Central Region Communication Team. In fact, me the Kakra Musumutu Mzabwa, and then me Regional Minister, Abraham Regional Minister Makadenche, Usimanando with the Regional Chairman. But in them yet Kakra Mutumaya Mzabwa, my friend Regional Communications Officer, Techimensa, my friend, Techimensa, not Techimensa. Techimensa, my friend Kwamna Duncan, young regional secretary. A drama will buy about 30.
Good.
You know, no EJ, because Yasha Frase, we should know where we're coming from, what has gone wrong, what are some of our challenges. The year Yimi, you better than a Yako, the Yako, because my this you are doing them. You go above Flanapa. Yes, 2016 be or MPP answer. By the end of this year, or the year, this is
it.
This is it. That we should be there, and that we are there. On see strategy BRA or the Yena Yefa, Kwana or the Yena Yebwa, all the MPs, all the leadership of the party in the region. Ubiara, you know, Yambua Yansum. Na yenye na yena ye bom ne ya and obey.
I see. So all is well. Central with MPP.
Quite well. For now, I would say quite well.
The bigger picture, MPP Ghana national.
Oh, national. While him says ya Ghana ha is so be a soon. You know, man, this if we know be me and queen. The way you drop far more money. Won't yesu once yesu. Na it was so that I would be our from no session. Everybody is not looking forward to MPP. Well, yeah, you be that. And then your casa and your kaima, OC, His Excellency Ajikunko for Naberdo. And see, yeah, you be that. You know, be a general, oh, and a Ghana, yeah, the system, now, sister, son, Wabuahina, now, Wabuahin. Only no be a record. As a message, Mamun Ghana, and that day, I would see you, I want now full. A new Elbukon, Ubiara said there 2016 year or MPP or Nana had to down Quaco for Ado.
Obia.
It's so clear, it's glaring.
Now, Obia, doc, now, the scientific basis when I did not Obia.
Oh, Munia.
Have you forgotten about the 2012 results?
Oh, 2012 results. Or
you forgotten about what is happening in Parliament? One more majority now.
You're minority.
And I'm surprised also be a.
Oh no, but you're 60. See, you're 61. In the year 2004. No, 96. Time or two, I first 192 to 96. Nah, from 96 to 2000. You're 61. any other winning elections in 2000. Nine the difference in here. And it's not only the numbers. It is impana keka ejuma ye mankrofu and the onno in na wa de zipefe there. Sana you try na money bia and money you try.
Okay,
one koye.
Honorable. Dr. Nana Atuata, 2 years exactly, and then His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, leader of the country, saying I'll be assessing 2 years now.
On yet, obon, waste, corruption, mismanagement, wicked government, wicked. And when I use wicked, look, sure, Edania NDC Fokore, Kumasi, na founder Jerry John Rawlings. Also the NDC, Wayabaze, people-centered party. And since he was expecting the government, obey a people-centered government. A people-centered government. My dream me the abana otse number. Oh, the Guanshafu, also me Mungwan, the Mungwan swim. It appears there. Only Mungwan, Guanshafu. Wasn't there a part that Yima? Just one small example. In the fuel, Ghana, Monday, turning day. Oh, yeah, you're hosing my Yanara. I bet a ban be in your summer, was my impact. 5.5 years all-time low in the Diamayonka say. Crude oil water amanaze. So Bibi Sama, Abaze Pan Yajnado made the fixed price, the gallon, X pump, water on demand, but Abaze. Among other determinants, 2 key factors occur on your amanaze, crude not on our hand. What would they be? Hena Yesika now was in. Or him, among other factors, there may be a key. Last year, June, in a barrel of crude, or $115 US. A barrel. $115 US. Make a barrel, Ankrana, what is this? A quan of that was a ton. Crude oil, no? Ana mayakoto ansana ya benan ana de so ane na ewie ansana wabodu Ghana no crude no eno $115 per barrel. That time yes sika na won no kwasemi na onye papa 3.5 Ghana cedis to $1.
Okay.
It's a multiplier. 3.5 by 115 that time. Ebonwu there na per barrel no sika dey en yazekoto and that day amenyoka say crude what so that na pena me say radio program on sister station dey what's the crude no bo say oh yeah there kuku ankra no. It is about $50. 50 ote ya so do ana what so do amanaze the wa ba for ma the over 55%. Or $100 million. And as I say, when you are new and this if you are born $1 and wage na mende it's about 3.2 Ghana cedis it to $1 US. It's a 3.2 is multiplied by the $50 US per barrel now. But when there this year sika is rekoto as compared to Bebusume son Busuma Otre, our Basunoko, and Abusmesia, sky is Bakoto na. Waba fum or harinchimbe do menum. Na so mana or what sama or mana origin Nimbawa. And can ye crown fool no or the so do?
Okay.
About 40%.
All right.
And there was actually 10%.
Okay, so wicked.
Wicked. It's message that's every man. And Abani, yes, 1 on a scale of 1 to 100. When you do parent to Ayazi.
Yeah, reducing by 1 to 10. No money being right here.
1 to 10, man, 1.
Okay.
Say 1 to 100, I'm at 10%. 1 to 10,
1.
1, 2, total failure.
2 years administration.
2 years administration.
Okay.
This government is wicked, corrupt, mismanagement. We'll go on there.
Okay. Because I thought that friendship was continuity, was something that will preserve or treasure. Now, that is true, genuine friendship. Going that extra mile when you are in need, that friend will be there. And when the independent tone, that friend will be there. He said that Doctor Nana Tuata Christmas, when you are brave friend, follow up with a visit. Share me, or least expected. But what people that you fall on are only a motor said the Koba Bribiada, the or my Ghana Hong Kong, said the Biaba Conkai, my Ghana found into my pay said the ministry or leap introduction, yeah, force to say Betty Conkai or Commandant so. Oh, well, like that called John.
Yes.
Abishapa.
After
was over from one side as if Central Region.
Papa Fee. Mamma Sufi Cape Coast. And I'm here to feel Bossy.
Mama Cape Coast.
Mama Fidna.
Oh, Dama.
Chapel School.
Mamma
Ugwe and Seriat. And I'm also making Bossy. Because we'll be no Kobo Bossy or more Bossy.
Okay.
And I'm about Brenning in
Bossy. All right, so probably before we will talk, you who said no one will watch your good to just some 2, 3, 4 minutes. In as much as you hear the physical, you hear the spiritual, you hear the bit me situated, say, some you are. You bet me I won't be here. Come quickly. As of being small kind of 2015.
Yasheni Boko Haram Besha Safety Program. I'm afraid kidnapping of children. And not just children, even adults. In the next 2 years, this is what the enemy is going to execute. But the Bible says that the effectual fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much. Ghana, or something Biara and bring you, or someone to be for the crown. I saw 4 pennies who you more than 5 members of parliament. Write it. More than 5 members of parliament. And whenever the enemy does that, it means that he's undermining the authority of the nation. The nation is ruled by the executive and parliament. But in the moment he touches the parliament, he has touched the real existence of the nation. But say, your 31st night, idea 1st January. Yes, we will. Your members of parliament. We had a lot of stress with our local flight. But we prayed, and so God saved us. Let us pray. Say, flight Biara, if you are en route to Ghana, or from Ghana. Upon some crashing here, and I'm not saying, ye are paying. Since the man is Sasso, since the man is Sasso, since the man is Sasso.
This year, this is the best prophecy about anytime we are chain and giving for more chain, was he said. Believers always organize prayer meeting. Till election time before we organize prayer meetings. But I want to tell Daniel, this is the first one. If you want to write 2016 election, in election in 2016, if Ghanaians do not pray, it will bring war. As for this, if you are not careful, nothing can stop us except our prayer. There will be some misunderstanding. And this answer.
And it will cause these things to arise.
The first incorruption.
So this is the
Oh,
first prophecy.
2016.
Even though we are not yet in 2016.
But
if you want to have red eyes, you must swim in the water.
Anytime you are trained, they go do home.
We always wait till the time. But that time, all devils should have. But the Lord told me to declare this to the nation.
The election after 2016.
That this coming election in 2016.
And you are calling and the bargain.
It's coming with more. And they bring more to take. I mean, and if you are not careful, blood will flow like water. You cannot tell me it will not affect you. Even when you are sitting alone, somebody may bring trouble to you. But the Lord told me that He has given authority to Christians. He said, I should tell you Christians so we can pray and stop it. That's the the Lord, and that's what God told me to tell you. Young ladies.
And conscience
the second prophecy.
And you can see our sentiment.
There'll be a great funeral in Ashanti.
The kind of one
if Ghanaians do not pray,
or you probably to our sentiment,
a mighty tree may fall.
Our sentiment never flame into it.
And all the nation of Ashanti will dress in the funeral cloth. So let Ashantis pray. Let Ghanaians pray. That's the second prophecy. Please listen to this carefully. I am stepping into politics even though I'm not a politician.
Every time MPP for cheese.
The first is let MPP hear this. What I'm saying it not of my own accord. It is the Lord that has instructed me to say this. Now, the Father, I am saying it as
it is the Father revealed himself to be big. Or God revealed to be
I often say this. God told Isaiah to tell Hezekiah, you are going to die. Isaiah never said, when I say it, I'm going to cause fear. He said it. And Hezekiah had a prayer topic to pray on. And God did that. So if God had not revealed it to Isaiah, or if Isaiah saw it but kept quiet about it, I'm sure Hezekiah would have died. So would Isaiah have helped? So when we say this, politicians don't get angry. We are giving you a prayer topic so that we pray and avert it. When God reveals something, He wants people to pray about it and prevent it or avert it. Now this goes to MPP. If MPP is not careful, they will have a great funeral, which will bring some temper in the party. And they will find or they will try to seek another flag bearer. And so let MPP pray. This one also goes to MPP. If MPP becomes 2016, they'll win the election. And they don't go before God in prayer. And they are not careful or cautious. They can never come to power. And NBC may retain power. I know you are not happy. And some people are happy. Why would it happen that way? There is something in MPP that the Lord revealed to me. That is some form of a hardened heart. That is one person, about one person. Because of his heart.
God often does not want to allow NPP into power just because of one person. Just because of one person. This one thing God doesn't want. That somebody will touch Christians or followers of Christ. So if you have any intention, that when I have power, I will rise up against a religion or a form of worship that is godly or Christianity in a nation. Even when you have it, God will take it away from you. I am saying it in a proverb, but it is a prophecy. Just because of one person. If NPP is not careful, they may never come back to power. Just because of one person. Just because of one life. God looks into his heart. God realizes that if that person receives power, it will not help the cause of his people. Not the main person or the first person. It will let the first person or the leading person. But after this leading person has taken over, the next person or the second person is likely to take over. That the first person would allow him to come to power after him. It will affect Christianity and to lift up another religion. And that one will have another Christianity. And the God of God. And the angel of God says no in Ghana. God said no, if this branch does not break from the tree, I will not allow it to be established. And where's your wife? I don't know if you are having an idea. But this branch or this whatever, it is in this branch that the tree has confidence. It is in this branch that all the leaves on the tree have confidence. Because this it is because of this branch which attached to the tree. God loves his people and his religion than governments. Some person over power. Now, if anyone wants to come to power, then speak to that person and let him change his heart. And you will get to the power. If he's able to change his heart as NPP, then he can come to power. Or else NPP can never come to power. You can write down today's date. And you know that I am a prophet. I am leaving it to you as a fruit for your front. All trees gathered together. That they were going to appoint their leader. So they appointed a tree. It was a nice tree. All the trees in the forest were happy. And that tree appointed, let's say, a vice. But all the trees were angry at the vice. But God, who releases rain upon the trees, was also angry. Now to NBC. Now this is to NBC. Still, There is the spirit of death is still around somewhere. It goes and comes. It goes and comes.
Na afidie ebata abediachenu poche.
Now, in this year, the spirit of death is closer to the vice than the main man. If Ghanaians are hot, Ghana will have another funeral. Now, the same way they came, that the first one was dealt with.
Okay, so we are back, and that's it. Pa Chapel, so for Victor say, Kusi Buate Akasa, Kumasi, an international preacher, and Reverend Osuben Paso, only idea about 2 months commercial, with a quick one, and send I responded to only dealing in now the reactions. Quick one on this. My mission say with yeah. I didn't want Bokakana.
Let me say the me and you are Mozu man commission be and pastor be me the man you are no. I can't say that me challenge my work. But why am I say me Jesus or no or my personal I will be a Christian. That's my answer. Now I'm working with you so there. Ma iraze pa de home pa no yichiro. Eme mama ka dem wake na so yampa omparihen. Mama ne ya adwen de obi a Muslim na anhwe ni ya na okofa Muslim som na wabe dominate. Sabi. Yeah, vice president Muslim pen. Ye bia. His Excellency late Ali Mahama, no a Muslim bia. Na oba no ntokwa ba Ghana. Christians and Muslims ya ntena some dream bia. Ya ntena some dream. Nti I was it Mr. Amaka. Oba hu mo yim chem, but on some review.
Okay.
On some review.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, me that's pa na me che with tearful. Na edinka so oyade eja wo hu nu e so bi na se na me sober moment here bronya bre
Okay.
into sabre no be ko oboase ba grabanye program san so ko oboase wo ye dan ase be ensi me kwan a me break ya no oboase na me open no ya no so e wo me am church St Thomas Cathedral e wo oboase na Catholic yeah
me yo kwa so pro
na beka Catholic word na ho asabachiro na
a minor basilica.
Yes, you know.
Yeah.
Now, the thing is, there's another story, and I'm saying, me dim brano Obuasi. Roman Obuasi Catholic, Obuasi Diocese. The Obuasi Diocese are part of Kumasi Baby Kayo in the Marquadas area, but quite area. Nina, they are new Dubiasi, Nina, part of Obuasi Diocese. Now, your bishop, and 2 years ago, Okoye Metropolitan Archbishop of Kumasi, Gabriel Justice Anoch. Until now, our administrative duties were Obuasi. Nyame Adom Pope search and we Emma we Bishop, Most Reverend John Yaw Afwakwa.
Okay.
Ya wona dance akwoche. Nyame Adom a memenda ebe on the 10th. Enna edinibesi akunwa so.
Okay, but Catholic announcements so tire wa message na marketing department. Because Catholic most of the projects in the announcements.
Now we had the first service of St Thomas Cathedral on Sunday.
Good.
Until now, you bought Empire Kakra. Certainly taking more than 1 year. Roman force, I don't know good. A very intensive search. Good. Until Santi, one term in Kano.
Okay.
Let me say New Year, me ba. Okay. Over term in Kano. Now, in corruption, there was a started from Meme Church because of no huge trust. I was sorry about me, but Christianity generally, me papa. But Roman history is so rich for me. I did a Roman bishop, so for be one thing about home pioneer. Even one and then a Unfortunately, you do point to be a feed and commercial baby as you know, last year, on your account for last year, crowd and was up for Abetum. It don't know GDA, but a do point to be a common logic, as you might say. One more interest at this time, so Kasa, obvious tsunami. Now, so for a GDA, they should do some good job research and find out. Say, Nimpa Judia, there's something wrong. Nimpa and Fa will prophecy serious, and also some in the year, there's a baby. Yankopon at the prophecy bar and say Nipa Fa, they're very serious. They're born umpire. No more, one born umpire. One yes, me shows you do point to be a amount 40 GDA teaching. It's so. On umpire, then go for engine and commercial. Indeed, particularly also member. On no also umpire. Not a sham come gather for engine to. It says I want to share a beer and commercial. Maybe a babano. A bit so quiet because Nipa engine in the name from Wagasa. So on training short one, no, but Obia Yankopon, Edi.
I see. 2 years, His Excellency.
Yes.
Wicked,
Competent,
incompetent,
Namen Koso very simply.
corrupt.
Very simply. So we say MPP first take Kasasana, we NDC near so Bose. An indication of victory for NDC. I may explain very simply.
Okay.
What be the right question? In the 2012, no new Kroma.
No more.
What will be saying? Siswa Subano, and changing. Statement almost kind of it me even go to a move. But unfortunately for NDC, no, South Sudan won't change that. It won't cause so. Uko come this idea at my MPP in NDC. Uko be this idea at my MPP. A quite children in this in Yasoso. Until they measure their performance by Katakasa, any abonting, any Kamu, Kasana Mokano, woman cause incompetent in the Adeno. God bless. Obekai. Embraer 2012 Abawi, no. A dear man, MPP, woman Lusu. It's Embra, Sir John, one by a press conference by our chairman, Obechi Bilante. Oh, we are not trying to want Sir John Bejina. Moboshire, Mushafita, Monqua, sorry. And what I'm saying, young son called NDC Winnie Abano. Because a confident person, and that's an indication of loss. But a confident party like NDC, on your arbitrary and the final declaration. Because strong room, you compile a result, constituency after constituency. Every party in him. Into tabulatia, obeho joy. More provisional, more percentage, more software. As and when more figures from polling station, no, now more percentage flow, now more share. It eventually do point to be account 1 or 2 constituencies. So no, one must say you can now call independent from the polling station results provisional. They call the votes. Now so. One more was like a vote, one more declaration, and unprepared the grounds at the courts. But for 2 years and the 7th, so Bekaya, constitutionally, and bra, you declare President John Dramani Mahama, our inauguration ever back 2 years today, and the members of Parliament of MPP on boycott to inauguration. One of the darkest days of your history, Adia Edituntum, Adia Share, Edibetre, was that a Bikura called president, former President Kofofia, Yebaya national inauguration of a president, say, what's young Preoma won't call?
What was the reason?
And they said, one more G presidency, no, and two. And therefore, also, your former president, Amen Kobe.
As of that time, it's like, no man, Papa, conditions.
Exactly, that's what make any. But Constitution per se. Say best won't give president tomorrow or you're legitimate until the court approves say or you're legitimate to the extent that decision will be taken the crowd bar still and say you by a boycott. Parliament a boycott veteran MPP side minority and Parliament a boycott to State of the Nation address first one by the president because in this Supreme Court assembly minority leader Okoka majority one more usher president to the chamber. Odru on bow they can respect yes sir. But sir bow they pay every horror. Then call for in that direction of pay. The president read the State of the Nation address editor only the majority and the nation at large. Judgment is by God. After 8 months, 2 years today, diversion ninginano. This president already able to me kase on it on my Ghana ediniye. So we are walking through this process of this challenge. And no matter tuning in na nature or the whole air perform infrastructure one more 8 years woman to me anye baby nso nkoye road projects to the extent say afidie one my cost architects and one my quantity surveyors
for projects
because afidie say the projects are coming in spite of all the 8 years of a fairness court case and the challenges of women in ano gargantuan projects makonungwa makowe decentralization projects edu point bi afọ mo de point bi kura to be say kwame come intelligent e ho ni faso ebi so to be say kaso so is overpriced first you say enye the kura afide is overpriced they are back step by step information
but the argument has been value for money
value no opa ko ready Alhaji Indus Afuseni Minister of Transport or the Aba step by step costs kilometers 33 16 kilometers clinics bus rapid transport kasua internal linkages or the costing number one after that how many interchanges or the nina aba or the cost or the atoso so say after 2 years I just see obi competent not to be a second interchange or to be a massive water project is still reaching Greater Accra. It's still region, Greater Accra, Ashanti region, a lot of parts. And they say, yeah, Bompire, Yenda Nyamias. I was not surprised the president invited us. No, on 31st, our Perez Chapel. Then Ketchira, they say, Radi, na a ding. Now, so some inside, I'm to make name Ebumai. Now, measure, we're going to start measuring the confidence level of the president. Can't we change it? Because contrary to uncompetent, or you say no, physical development are measured and the gauta ganama. Why would we need end of the actual?
Is that the basis for more perform when people also claim that matters about bread and butter issue?
In the presidency, we are not out. Or see our challenges were jatum systematically. A prophecies of $1 cost 4 6 and 5 cities. Nyamiadum, there's stability. Into goods and services and planning, and your problem. Why can't they focus on the fact that a consumption of foreign goods or two and more commander or salary gradually $20 million project chicken overfeeding, and then we can't even supply your friend say Unilever because more a bro for salary for the whole of Africa. Chicken them show some why winning.
Yeah.
It's a lot of these projects clearly actually the focus. Industry players, almost in 2015, except Dumso Ejai as a president, also 2015 we shall banish Dumso.
And you believe it?
You can decide some believe.
Just go on that line.
But there no argument on that. As a president, as a response to industry, also 2015, you bear ye every hole. Whether you believe it or not, no, I don't mind. But to me, the president will perform. It will be kaya. And people don't know. I say don't get your assembly. And because so-called prophecy about it, so shall be free. Or see, if so, politics of Dumso in 2016, and they are going to regret, they will regret. Now, of the Prophetic case about Tubuabu and then I say idea so. So take a cue. But MPP is not a party which will
They're still blind.
Blind to development.
I see.
It media to me, Sabed the President Mama are come through. Legitimacy challenged, even against Constitution. MPP.
Against Constitution?
Yes. Yeah, in Nabutelo. No, take it easy. Nabutelo.
That's even against Constitution. One cited Constitution.
In Nabutelo. In Nabutelo. Maka about boycott of vetting of a legitimate government or your appointment. Maka boycott of swearing in or constitutional. It was boycotted. In Nabutelo, that's MPP character. Take your time. You always work from answer to the question because a person against the president. In Nabutelo, take it easy. It was unconstitutional, but
it was against the constitution.
Constitution also illegitimate until proven otherwise.
So, as you swear,
yes, swear
this
secret taking the crown. As a huge man at the point, and on free so
because no illegitimate as of that time.
Legitimate as at that time, but that's a power. It's good for this country, and that's the measurement of party performance by the nation.
Okay.
It was that's officer your measurement and said, okay, Ghana for your daughter, I always say it. the whole members of parliament, serial callers, party communicators, who the bomwa to the end. But the rest, they don't talk.
Okay, but of concern to some Ghanaians is prioritization. It's like this administration, you are not getting most of the priorities right. If you don't say, hey, the Kumasi Accra Road down, circle interchange, na Kaswa Mokoye, saying it as it is, Kaswa Mukutu and Amoiko, who are banching, and one fashion say, Nadia here, Kwana Mosibu, show my Adentanem Yamia, Mamponsu, the Adente, you should be Embabo, Fifiaudum. So, rush program, priorities wrong.
When one of the reasons why I paid December, my firstborn, they were December 15th. The firstborn. Now, of course, school first, the first poem was a man is never satisfied. If your baby, who here, by a typical country, you have to do more. President say, I'm optimistic, we will do more.
Okay.
Instead of Tibiano, on give you up. Am I the focus of this president?
John Dramani,
who be that? Opposition for two burning or missing the focus 1 second. And the result, A indicated. At a point, then people say, on your cry not to. And want the G for P. Don't G for P.
That round for
Ghana for the people.
Yeah.
Because the first thematic area, you matter, I matter, you all matter. And no, indicate. But the person we all say we have challenges. But collectively, what's invoke collective responsibility, you be overcome. Just the first one on fuel. Obakai Emre Pipi Ba Power no 2001 7th. Na to kada hwana meboa. Woman to do toll recovery levy at the car price no. Na good idea. The purpose to say ye di ekano if you want Ghana ye clean states. But Emra Professor Mers buy no. Patuna ekada hwa na say ni tu ase.
Prof, ekada ho no betua.
Ekada ho.
Otua
Majority of the cost.
Obetua commercial bank. Etua majority of the cost be so edifrio. What is a prof aka say MPP aboka di eni say Ghana for yetua. You never hear him that. And your responsibility of the government say ekada down would be there obeye free into or try say also almost probably now. Commercial bank. Yes, they go bankrupt and they say otua and the commercial is performing. The same way as a country, you do point two things. The same eka on the recovery, and exchange rate function, and also by car. And they say, and this eka way abatua, you're discussing in now. But the flow of cost, Obia I envisage say a deal way able to be to this level. It be this is the eka because difference about you based on price and then the other tournament on it and the exchange rate variation. But the Adom, yenya this cost variation, governance of the people.
But ordinarily, the argument is that and no BDC force will be our best share MP force anti-petrol misinformed.
And what I make
but the issue is not about misinformed; it's about the yenaya tinasia. Yajia to say she be down, especially to the extent that from 90 to somewhere around 48, 49 per barrel. Now, dear Potti,
just before you break it for Xmas, side issue way back for discussion. And the MPA for back I said, Sa PDC sa ekabi abadaho. Ye nim data. It's the Adom sa de we abadia a opportunity ye ekano FM free as a country. And go for bisa say ekane ye saying ni beto time they be ye free on of the figure no buy. They produce the figure. They produce the 400 something billion and the BDC say 1 something billion. They produce the figure. It akase ye be adiano e die free. It's the question is very simple. Da be in the be free. Ni no bisa question granted say the price will still be the same. Negative facility in your full effect. And the authors will cry in no man from. It is one more the reason. Attack the reason. But you know something? We mean a regime say NPP power party and that on my bank because we are aware. Because we are aware of power 2016 now. May can free help the government. Not only Sakano and free because Upo
we give the same
whatever your reasons are no ayaka.
Apart from political reasons, they serve the interest of the country. Because
there's
also more media
power. It's a you can't free. In the unlikely event, so we don't go back to the toll COVID levy, President now. That process is that what we are doing now.
Okay.
It ensures that process is completing.
Okay.
So that be also baby. Now what is your argument?
All right, me that's it. Maybe see, there's a deliberate attempt, forgive me for my word, deliberate attempt on the part of probably the minority not to see anything right with the administration of His Excellency John Dramani. And then the critique is not somewhat worth it.
So Ubi or mismanage Adom Pengu, Adom TV. What's the catch economy if your mind? Is that what should be? Is that what ought to be? I'm a rohon simply our can the oidema nara unu nohona osro.
He spoke to the realities and
what are the realities? The realities today is this. Mismanagement or Kodru or Ghana ha. No go for in Araba. Me cite one example, Choa. Documenter James Afezi, Parliament, was Aba. Budget estimate. Abra or Kada Kauda baby nanche. Yempam yen coat according to the size of our cloth. Chief of Staff now office. Was the Sika Aban Parliamentary Sika 7.5 million Ghana citizens for Juma Afe. Ekokozi 48.8 million. Eyini as a papa na over my cow Uncle Bayama Nimina. 7
intervention, just an intervention.
Oh, again.
No, he spoke. No, you don't have a problem. You don't have a problem, Doc. No. Just that intervention.
Is it something that you think is not right?
Again.
Quickly. Maybe so I said.
Just relax your body.
Yes.
Why are you too jitty?
No, it is not for you to describe the demeanor.
I'm not coming to you.
But it is not for you.
No problem. Okay, no problem. Oh, the level is clear now. Government machinery, besides government machinery budget, yes, government machinery budget, yes, bottom line. In principle, overspend here, underspend there, but the bottom line, government will be clean.
I disagree.
I disagree.
Because because the point is that office way. Sika sunu say na me say na afiyesi.
That's
it. Me use afiyesi edisi. Say me there's also no opening say impo say me tra by a percentage. Me come by 1 or 2 or 3. Me come beyond from 7 to 48. When other sectors in so say basically this country near donor dependent. It comes to by a budget. How can the office of the chief of staff go that far? And what is the justification?
The important thing about budget, to stay within budget, there will be an environment. Over here, the trend say, if within the year, you can say, we say at this level, unfortunately, you need disaster be, you need issue be, we are there, and so would you be here, would you free her, a kwasha, it's the bottom line at the end of the day. Maybe call a AGO. There was a very nice year you used to hear. And so budget, don't overspend. But if you have to overspend, don't overspend at the bottom line. You can move from one department to the other within one Kasau division or one. The bottom line is at the end of the day, government boka and that's our boka.
We are not disciplined. Can we say that?
No, discipline. These are open reasons. What are the factors that contribute to it? As for budget increase,
no problem with that.
But the point is that when you free him for, did you go for extra funds? A bedding country now, within your own machinery, and now we be free her, and all the question.
All these
So
questions against that backdrop say we have even statutory payments that we have difficulty running all these payments through.
Oh, but when it comes
to Doc, because now by I am president and also if I'm unclear, likewise some of my viewers now, he needs to help us understand. All position there with documents are overexposed, the government lapses. I agree, but he needs to clarify why he feels that if chief of staff overspend there, statutory payments, but my main constituency, modern bono etimia cost, because now most of the assemblies, they are, I had to say they are now stagnated. What then would you think will account for such an expenditure at the chief of staff?
Definitely. Said okay, for man. So
okay. Munya na obisa questions there or tradra. There unyim some there. He's misleading one I would say. A whole 2014 year allocation, no, or 30.9 million Ghana cedis. A whole year 2014 allocation. Mayaka wants something could say as at 30th September, where is 75.9
million.
This document signed on Yazam and Amibomitim. That means the men are all called. That means and there I want you about all the sectors are over Ghana.
What is accounting for that? That's what I said.
That is the reason.
Is it a discipline? Be a lucky and
discipline, financial discipline. You want in America? A whole year now, we budget government machinery. 30 million.
Obusa question because that you should not be bothered, but maybe I go first. Can you free no?
No, go free. That means go for free. So here, impo. In another can be there. I say our minds, within the same department. On impo on your right. In governance, government needs to come back to parliament there. Will vie from maybe vice president here on 3.5 or 2.170. Oh, your basic call, Mr. Kofi's Kefi, what back to Parliament? Until your media reviewer, Minister of Finance, or back. As some hurricane, my year campo, or you're up to September. Now, why am I bringing all these? Tranusin Sando, Mayoka say, District Assembly Common Fund, or the Juma constituency. Was the Juma municipality? What district? Them. No.
I'm sure municipality.
What municipality? Fine. The whole affair was National France will release only 1 quarter. And quarter will release in November. This assembly for say na December MPCZ. Afini nara. Also, we are going them scan find yet them mayor work or government machinery. Woods in Wafu. And Chebiana in summer or Kafu disease, woman constituency, Abrubiano, woman constituency, Abranza, Dominasi, Nankasicano Otria, and ka Emmy in a MC, you better wagino, me MP shall common fan Kakri, was easy, Machina Wasa Abranza, Mensunque, Yankan CSC. These are the issues. Iyasama Yerika. If you there, Munya never the feel meaner. If you mean I could bring brassy. If you mean I could see, in a what to fool do in the US, what to fool the 60% or Kakao Yazi. I can't know about you, a couple for buy, dabber no buy, or ya hin, ye try hin, walk I hin, one of him dumb questions in her, one of him
then a man buy me.
Then a buy. Sanya Majan Jania Warye, in a mobile nana. Let me give you a quote, philosopher. What friend Rajini Kant. I say, whether you have a Maruti or BMW in American cars, the road remains the same. Whether you travel economic class or business, the destination doesn't change. Whether you have a Titan or Rolex, Titan India watch, or a Rolex, the time is the same. Whether you have Apple, Samsung, or Lava, people who call you remains the same. There's nothing wrong in dreaming a luxurious life. What needs to be taken care of is not to let the need become greed.
Not the need
because
to become greed.
Needs can always be met, but greed can never be fulfilled. Greed, you know what Ben Simuno cannot cannot be fulfilled. Oh, not how in Abagana. Yafu. Oh, no, how in Abagan. Greed. I can be projects do not have value for money. Value for money. Mata na basic upon me be. As I face the airplane and confirm sim a enkran. Na mroko na mazako. Na me bicycle. Ghana for we must be able to think about pro-poor interventions. I'm happy that my brother, or deputy minister, or gender,
social protection.
Social protection, and what is that?
Gender, children, and social protection.
Gender, children, and social protection. Where in Kaza or there, we're about more when it comes to social protection.
But that ministry is extremely tight. Juma Papa, here to come more.
Nasikain say urban there, ya, me supply and demand. Pro-poor interventions are a bit na form. I know when one will be so as a buy no. Yes, could you have a bit na form. What die, or soon die, and son what better I said there. Yan for national health insurance and fambra. Okay. Yan for imbra. Yan ni nara jegu. Only I remember how. And so we'll be in opposition for long.
Because you don't listen.
Because you don't listen. Ghana for water and we'll say
good. Turn them on.
Ghana for water and we'll say
and you've not changed.
Some American Opia Nanyima what na and Kaswana hospital and free. Na in that day, Auma Obawaka and Tibetan. Some American Mobwa, me assured and Cravo and Tibetan.
Dr. Abako, you almost said health insurance in Yajman.
Yeah, na bad aqua. A MPR. This assembly common fund. Ban for our border to Onka assembly. MPs, 1 point Juma, 1 quarter. 1 quarter the whole year. You said it here. These statutory decisions support unko. Nasi inkotia. Ghana workers are Juma. What to social security. Up to September. A bank to a person po on farmer snake. Anche biano, I mean, no, we are boko, which I'm bossing. Abana, and the yet simino. Yeah, how we Mumia Mompa. All right.
Come on.
Over to us.
So, I can't be the jam. Over to us. And I must have blessed.
Okay, so you try how many back? You try and come on this. Well, we are back. Infant Chasron Koma, Western Regional Police Commander, DCOP Alex Kwenu, and RDF Commander, DSP Kodia. Afe Dovsu Coordinator Cape Coast DSP Apia Sechi adope itiese munyina amagibra moso mutie ya common ya damwase p se magibra moso hwe DSP Kodua de papa ya ka se order from 31st of this month na 1 week no e ba beta wa chi okwanso koso e wokumawu na ya hwe esi ha so chia very masafo twinibu Akodua so ya chia kumawu nsane hene so ya chia e okwanso koso kra sana Mediama FC Chief Executive and Mediama FM. My phone now, so your dama system was Majibra, Moshe, we teach you Gadindim Gadem. Well,
very interesting. Oh, my name. Nana kai wakasem bi na me say at the end onya botra result no sabeka. O say e ka na yesen talk to say obisa crowd bisa. Yetu ekodu say yetu ekodu da ben e den na buy. Obisa sa question. And a relevant question. It says na asem solution no na for the one monitor.
Iboko.
No one monitor. It told the Canada waste 1.6 billion. And no no fa kanamra yetu asen. Everybody be if you have na monitor. No abompa says how cost no enko. And let me tell you, $147 obedu below $50. Second round of elections after President Kufuor. Second round, thank you very much.
That's not on 147.
Obey ya below 50. Oh yeah, yes. Yes.
Never.
Oh, let me call.
5.5 years all-time low.
And now, on my President Maris Okada, I don't know, Oba to do work. Second round. Drastically, the brother, we can work. Waka, answer. And now, so in the second round, you go to about political. But it implies that MPP, NDC are managing this country. No, when it comes to this issue, you have a problem. And then MPP refer to NDC say, automatic adjustment formula no why I say yen use.
Exactly.
NDC MPP said the first energy minister on the MPP was Kandapa. Parliament Okusho formula when you saw that. So what is our problem?
Parties too, you know.
Two nina. Yeah, trouble they say. A do point to be a price the cost of Cassia. A difficult my say. You didn't have a good amount for so. Ever for my it's easier to talk about it. But the cost and a day my. It's yummy and you know who say. Yen use to fully naked and for say Ababiaba. Yanfanka. Let's give you a metobi. Price by the ama. Say in a peninsula, you are solving your problem. But this convenient argument, I wouldn't power to make what power can you change a problem. You will cut down, I see it here. You get the friend of windfall. Mine's when you bid on gold price. And they say the 2 year home for become more bossy. Obakaya, and Bra mine's when you windfall on gold price, a cost or no. A bank has said, tax one no one started resisting. But price in the call from the almost only you workers. Are they fair to us? It's never been to your hopeful. Say, in your windfaller, you manage, but you monitor say, according to the intended purpose. But when you ochina, they say a price of it is all monitor, no watch. It may sure say good reasons or but the facts and figures, MPA, and Fambra, so far, they can say. They sure say all things being equal, you bet me to up to this level. But you to mean try man could do you better to the level. Then you no argument. We may come to a very good compromise. Okay. Now you're fine.
Well, we're just about talking about your bits now that the ruling is taking effect to UK. Our general impressions. I think I will wrap up on there.
And Richie, Minister Lanche, their friend, a ban card.
Why not? Where for Gender Protection Ministry.
Yes.
Yes. And the Ambassador Ministry in Quadia.
Yes.
If you are more there, so we say more touch a lot of society vulnerable. But quickly. Make us say, ya dear be a done a crank or down, so we have forgotten lucky about for one more concert to cry. You see one crabatan and soon or my gun, we do need to Kanichi first light. I want a crack academy and a training. Kumasi, Abreport Junction, in between the Total and Shell filling station, Takra de Encroft Junctions, Sunyani Abisim, Quine so, a ho Anna Obuhon, Southuna, Casua, Sunya do Quine so, and a fee, a Gomwa or Gua Chrome so. Who a lucky clinic for a one of ya dear bia adana crown crowd should be on for condomo na one more or question to cry first our numbers way 0243 201244 0243 201244 and 0277 465855 now lucky ever for any also super septic so Pamon Kana Kumunterfre and Tatia and Mobia and Fatabia Efrio Ufie office, restaurant, or chop bar, and I baby a digimo question Kusubia. Make house a brother super septic A2 and Amono, na and car and Sem Fata Ufie. Na more to send Tefre and Tatian and once so O Pamon na wash on as a crowd. Here can say it reduces your septic tank pit levels. Would you go a year or Jana Biemino? Yeah, na my breath is a Kadiaman, a sotia. Anna Tupibiata Natural Organics Limited, in Chroma Circle, Veridian Shop, Makola Mall, or said that the enterprise for Aveno Junction next to C Woman, and I said, do don't answer the share number C, net T number C, natural number C, not frame 057 589 1266 0244 089 159 and 020 8973667. Now, honestly, perceptive for any also. One other my feed you other copy if you other one also I say I dey bro a year bedroom on Adom TV multi TVs. A quick one on now Ayeli Ametefe Abo Dr. Nana Ato Ata. Maybe you free baby I be do and nay Yame Yadma Ghana version also no koso.
Well na Yele Ametefe. My email November 10th. Na Otu Kwanifi Ghana, as a Korea, UK, Orlando Heathrow Airport. My email subiu on the Oracle, according to the Attorney General nature sheet, as Adom Crofia and the walkway, or go through the VVIP. Na Ghana can VVIP, Munia Honorable in Bayadrin there. I'm an on me MP minister. we can't travel through VVIP. At our level, you go through VIP at best. I'm as a normally baby I'm a fako. But VIP, VVIP once Abraham minister, not Chinese premier or Bagana, not President Kofo Frema Mutumukubi. That was the first time ever. It tells you the answer able to matter VVIP. There must be what we call official complicity. The official Adom. Clearance be what boy answer to matter. Offer could do a watching. That time I sent by him yesterday no 12.5 kilograms, but any that will be as me had said down 12.5, but at 12 kilograms. Na record the rabbi wako set I will go na him as Ghanaians. Judge and what's there? The purest cocaine I could do abruchi on your rabbi is 79% so far. Na ended that. My saying that we're jailing in Fiawatre, Bosumawatre, 8 years, 8 months. Me am saying that Sabi me down there wabane them. Irabi obusia for menjin de busuan biara na more year no bia oyimu bimpa ope. But moving away, ni Rabi's way no. But there's so many questions I require answers. In the Dara, my saying that their companions in the ruling elite are Irabe, the lawyer went to Ambo Hozin. Now, what kind of them know? What's it dates back to 2004. And the monk from the Rabbi and link with them, no, and the war abanim. Na obanid the ma, oyate say, obanid the ma, there, and the end is your abanim impo. And na Abia Mijna do America. I don't want to be partisan. But for politicians, one, say I'm a politician. In a major dark day, and the president. On you no one side committee na ye won't cry for cry. Why ye a rabbinic companions? Why ye politicians? What banim? I the man no afro biara. Companion, brofum, or allies, accomplices, assistants, and cry for why employ one day on your yejuma. Nchehu. Na na major Adom master and can put to the extent today rabbinic say. So observe ne term in Poipa and Shan went to Mamba Ghana Nancho Ria Bapede Oboko Ostra baby war the residence permitting Nanko Tumina Wako. There's so many implications. Is it because he fears for his life for her life? Is it because I'm shen yeah now when see fi plempo ebiano we kumno ama when tumna wambubo izina? Is it because ebiana nimbo from a basa wage wechino and shen yeah and kidnapping azibi? So many questions. I believe there abani ombua Ghana for on set up a committee. Yanshan Crawford cry and I agree with Dr. Enin. And the training came out in similar vein. The Abani on set up a committee. Nyanshan Crawford was I am the man of Fra Obiara say Maya Mariasem of Fra Biara or say war podcast party and the war Abanim. And of course, I'm quitting the podcast party or Abanim. Giant this one Abanim, and I'm way. It's Mr. Ramaka, Abani or what says it. Is it Ebiamuni or NDC?
NDC, Deputy Minister.
Deputy Minister. Does that mean the actually
drugs are now?
Exactly. And so the money had name in your room. Men James de Bia. Minimase, but men James de Abia. O him damage a main pohubi. And Joe. Oh no, and a mestre there. Say ye to me, baby, as if he buy. Ye to my and Crawford cry. A rabbi or can want some. In fact, a woman who is even a highly placed in opposition of Ghana, and that, put me there, or come on, what's me, Rabia, Oyaza is going to stay with Ghanaians for a long time. We need answers. We require answers. Abani Jomama na aban ombuahin na Ghana name wigwasi.
I see. Yo, man, an interesting case from your home. Nana Castle and I'm feeling one of me landed down. Or say, a 2004. Put it in your cattle. And the one besides I know power. Oh, yeah, but remember. And I say, what power away into end the ruling.
That is what I was saying.
Now, but tell it. Now, I'm blessed. Take it easy.
What's that report?
Oh, when besides 2004, Abamba and power. No, who are. And then
2004, better President Mills and
2000.
2000, better President Mills.
Okay.
President Mills.
What I say?
One guy know you.
No, don't worry. But 2004, no. Once we are talking about political affairs, that President Mills, not 2004. Anyhow, for 2004. But don't let me also support your argument because from politicians from 2004,
I thought that.
The specification was this present administration, but its affiliation started from 2004.
But I didn't say the real government 2004. Okay. That was not the indication.
Okay, but 2004 politicians.
Exactly. Highly placed politicians.
But in 2004, highly placed politicians, you're unable to delink the NPP from it. It's not possible. 2004, highly placed politicians.
No. Let me, if you want to.
Yes,
There are a number of highly placed politicians today who are not in any government.
That is correct.
Yes.
It's
highly placed politicians.
But
today,
so the spectacle of yours, in analyzing the situation, only looks at present people in power.
Exactly.
Is that the case?
That was the report.
It's a general open statement that was specific that 2004 people in power and as a highly placed political figures.
I don't know whether you want to place that. It's a report now. What's it? Me highly placed source no. Or start from 2004, who today have found themselves in power. That's what they say. And appear guy, report from Adom. You may find out from Adom. Adom is part of your
okay,
right?
I think I've read it, but
this morning. There's a guy.
No, easy.
You are still explaining yourself. Oh, yeah,
Yatas. Not me.
Yatas.
The report.
Okay. Yeah, Nana is selective, but that is what his basic argument.
Yes,
report.
He
has said. Yeah.
Nana, that is not a point. Me and you are there. You're concerned. I don't like kind because when somebody started in 2004, normally in languages, because a ruling elite, if you be overjoyed about our power, but when you are counted as a ruling elite.
Exactly.
And was second 2004. Into me and you were said there, we should be disturbed.
But do we agree that it is difficult for any ordinary politician in opposition to manipulate the system at the airport without the consent of a ruling government member? You agree to that?
That be any difficult. And there's a revelation, Abadada, in terms of the director in charge of the unit. On the Kutaki, into no year connivance without any government. Oh, Mama politicians here, if I won't share same, by my investigation, because I mean I'm in charge of the directorate, because I have instructions say just a penny be out of them and maybe. But I mean, no collusion. I can do that. But it's also important. Run our culture there. The church is not into VIP, and so it's VIP. But let me go to the Genesis. Idea or say, and run our culture there was we change. Oh, the time the one.
What's the deputy minister answer your mistake?
No problem.
But can you? I mean, do you get?
No, possible.
It's only court. And I tell you, I'm about court. I can then charge you. You're there, but outside the court. No.
I don't
know court.
No. Don't cry. So take your time. I was trying to check a friend. The case of Chikata, fast track court, as against fast track high court, the first judgment. And today we take your time. The process will go through. But which is true. But when the biggest of Enimiguasian was caused by people are suspected longer different political party MPP. Suspicion. Maybe I'm not going to start from the beginning. Okay. The first one about social media was that Oba be a friend of Francisca, innocent person. You did the picture or share NDC t-shirt or Gina NDC branded car or call Legon. what's the name, Prince guy J or something, and the question. They be because they want to work from answer to the question because the target, you know, they wanted the president. No, because or a president, you know, ally. That was their nature. Say no, pay or mine. They can't disgrace. Or mine, no, say no, pay no. And normally, oba innocent person because or campaign man John Muhammad, they are shadow. How wicked? Open wickedness. Wickedness, any obia only my dear home short the baby. And now political interest in it. What the cocaine aquasha samami. One more yes, I mean who apology back to this lady. Or cast of court to crab in I was going to tell her say on Jan on Dreno. That was the beginning of the politics of this case. It's a day nipa bonny for and the question innocent persons are and the mass some politics ebemu. So wicked, bonny, only free. That's where we started. In the influence started to Jomama Anye and a buyer. I feel it's a diplomatic passport because on him answer no. It is a said John, Nathan Francis Kadia. I feel the diplomatic passport. And go for the pictures of the two passports, Ghana and Austria. As you say, all of a sudden, Austrian newspaper are quite credible than every newspaper in the world. It I feel also the diplomatic passport. We were on show diplomatic passport.
Okay.
And then so why are we doing this to ourselves?
We should solve it as Ghanaians.
Exactly.
But not as politicians. Okay, so but as Catholics, no, more a particular song Motua, Kenya home, women on a pay. Hymn number 224. I'm sure Catholic Asafo. Most of Catholics are Catholic Asafo. Yeah, but for us, we're different. Was it
a ban protection, a wall, fence, a declared symbol, and a four square. Into a ban elderly welfare card. What happens is that you see, what we put a card in 60 years and above, when you draw, you roll out, and become a beer into your. Yeah, any metro mass. Over for at 50% of the cost. Over to half of the cost. Wabra, ukuta sa card. The whole Ghana, the whole Ghana.
At a certain age, you know. Yes. For discount. Yes. Metro mass. Okay.
Any GPR to go. Okay. And then go to the card. So I call hospital. And it's a wiki.
Okay.
We pay them.
At a certain age.
Or call station, or call banker.
And
it's a queue.
Fantastic.
That's the process. Into your lunch and rich.
Okay.
One we could table no ebe use.
I am moment here. Na munya platform this year. Na change the muye. We no so sa emo. Fasika pudo no bre. Na yetimi nya hombo ku dawru yi. Ba nya Catholic Asafo so na fa nyo ba ko.
Wunim na meka
na nya Catholic Asafo. Say night for.
No, but I was
Bishop Saudi Amohe. When the woman money you, and then what you want you but bishops are hold up. Amohe. That's why the disease is yes, set you or bossy, but other more who are. And I cried out, was pay talk me. If you ask for money, Catholic Asafo. No, Catholic now I tell you my idea 2015 Muhammad was a Catholic in you.
31st of Bombay.
John Alexander CP, Dr. Anatwata, Abijapamuna, just 2015. Ebekosi ana bibia ko kama. Enkwa ne nyina ensere ma ye ho. Se bibia be ko. Me do man ne kwamna sante na ya before ekrado. Or the commodia ehwemo by no eche odi afisem so ebeto aso. Na me de echina che ya any team led by Ampedu Dominico and camera sound lights and MCR and makeup for ina ebesa besom nyame adoma echina.